What is the name of your band?
Our band's name is Colors in Canvas.
Okay. So what is your individual influences? Let's start with you over here.
My biggest influence is Phenomena from Portland.
Okay.
I have a lot of different influences. Probably just bands like Bless the Fall and From First to Last, and let's see, Alizana, yeah, stuff like that.
Queen. My biggest influence is Modest Yahoo.
I love the urban rap. The urban rap is what's hip. The hip stuff today is the urban rap, and I love it.
This cold world, I just need some gentle courage.
Where did you start?
Diego, I think it's best that you explain.
Well, it's a funny story, actually. My buddy here was at the rodeo, and Amanda over there jumped off a bull, and she just so happened to land inside the stack of guitars. She pulled out one and started playing. So he comes over and says, "Hey, I used to play the Glockenspiel. Let's go play some jams." I came along when we were at the carnival. Well, they were at the carnival too. That's where the rodeo was. I was selling corn dogs by myself, trying to make some profit from corn dogs.
That was
Hard.
actually the first single of our album was called Corn Dogs.
It's true. Angie came along. She flew in from Germany. She was visiting her aunt. She brought rice, a bag of rice, and we cooked it. And we said, you know, we all need to start a band. Start a band. But we needed another guitarist because we didn't have enough. We only had 2, and we know we needed 3. We needed to make massive sound. Massive sound like urban rappers make. So we said, where do we find a guitarist that we need? So we went to the woods. And up in a tree we saw Paul. It was the funniest thing I ever did see. He was sitting there with some bald eagles. He was letting them feed him porcelain dolls. The fool was eating porcelain dolls for 3 years.
I saw it.
He's only 3 years old. Look at this man. Porcelain dolls are good.
Look pretty good, porcelain dolls. So how has your music changed over the years?
Oh. You don't want to know. Well, I guess I can tell you anyways. Back in the day, we used to be in a quintet of Glockenspiels. We did Kiss covers. We were hot. We were hot, hot, hot. And, you know, gave him the small guitar, the big amp. We got a little progressive, you know. We toured with Blink-182 for a little while. but then I kicked Mark in the shin. Got kicked off the tour.
Still don't forgive me for that.
I'm sorry. The guy put mustard on my hot dog, and that's not okay. I only like relish.
Did he not hear the song? It said no mustard on the hot dogs.
People don't listen sometimes. But eventually, you know, for a while we were into the urban beats made by Herman, so I call it Herman Beats. And it was our producer, Herman Gladstoff. How you doing, buddy? And you know, did some audio work. We went into the studio. We decided to change our sound a little. Now we're into a bit of you know, like country hip hop. It's you know, like podunk. That's what we call it, the podunk. Podunk.